Okay, we also have Dina. So it's Dina, right? My pronunciation is okay, right?
Leanna.
Liana. Okay, I'm sorry, Liana. Okay, nice to see you. Anyway, we have everybody, so we will get started. Okay. So first is our website. Okay, our website. So our website here, actually, you go to say Google, and then you search for HTTP. You say eco24.com. Okay, you click it. Let me type it one more time. It's actually called eco24.com. My school name is called EC Academy. So originally I want to register ecacademy.com, but somehow some people occupy it already. So I use eco, but eco still somebody occupied it. So I put a 24 there to say it's e-coding 24 hours. So that's why right now we are using this website. Okay, so ecode24.com. And then you come to here. Here it actually has introduction of what course we offer, those kind of things. But right here, here we have an EC lab. Okay, so you basically click this EC lab. It will lead you to the school page. Let me actually log out first. Okay, let me log out from this page. Let's see. Let me log out. Let me close it. Okay, listen, let me log out. Okay, let me log out. So start over again. So let's actually go back to the Google. I'm sorry, let's click close it. Let's actually go to Google. So right here, let me try again. Let me use eco24. Okay. So lead you to here, you click this issue lab. So you will see such a page with some courses right there, and then there's a login right here. So you actually log in from there. So you click. You should see something like this. So put your username. So for example, the N now would be the N now first and last name, and then password. Everybody's starting password is ABC123 $. And after you get in, you need to change your password. Okay. So basically, you click and log in. You go into the school. You will have the courses that you have. And me, I have a lot of courses because I teach a lot of courses. So there are tons of courses for me. But you may only see this CS30 right now. Okay. So this is CS30 is our course. And later, this one only 4 weeks. This one only 4 weeks. For CS30, that's a brief Python. Give you the introduction for Python. Then later, we are going to change it to CS31, Python Programming Essential. Okay, so this one would be the rest of the 8 weeks. So our course is starting from June to the end of August. So it's 3 months, roughly 3 months, 12 lectures. So the first month we work on the brief Python, and then second July and August, we work on the Python Programming Essential. These two courses differences. Brief Python is much easier, so we go over the basic Python once, and then we go to the more detailed algorithm for Python. So this one already equivalent to college Python. Okay, is already equivalent to college Python. Okay, so anyway, we will get started for this brief Python first. So brief Python, you see, is yellow Python logo. And then we do have the 31 Python 1, 32 Python 2, 33 Python 3, 34, 36. 36 is equivalent to Berkeley CS61A. Berkeley is the first course. So we do have every kind of course available. Okay, anyway. We are going to work on this Python one. So click this one, you go into there. It has This one is summer 25 version. I do have another version that's master course. So actually every year I copy my master course to semester-based course. So this semester-based course is right there. Textbook, there is an introduction to computing using Python. So here you click it, you should see this one, introduction to computing Python using Python. Okay, so this textbook is right here. So this one that I'm using is the textbook for UC Irvine CS ICS 31, the first Python course in Irvine, also using this textbook. So you won't waste the material that you learned so far. Okay, it actually cover whatever CS 31 in UC Irvine. So that's the textbook. Okay. That's a textbook. So we will, okay, this is pre-Python with only 4 weeks. So we go into those basic part, give you the what is Python first for 4 weeks. And then we will start to teach you advanced Python and then with the data science. Okay, with data science. So this course we have been running it for many years in this format. Okay, so we do have last year's Python 25 course. Okay, and they are some of the different weeks material we already covered last year. Okay, so there's no problem. We will teach you following it. And then each chapter, when you go in, you will see some video. So this is last year's video. You can click it if you missed the class. You can watch our video, watch this video, either way, you should be able to learn it. Okay, this is the last year's video. And then there's a PDF file. This one, you click it, you will see the PDF that we are using. So this PDF that we are using, you don't need to take too much note, even though I would still strongly suggest you to have a notebook to take some note, but basically, we just need you to take some minimum amount of notes, okay? So focus on listening to the lecture. And then there are sample code that we give in the chapters and homework here, okay? We do have a homework. You need to work on a homework. So each chapter we do have homework. So homework problem is right there. You actually answer and then you click here. And then you can submit your homework. Okay, you can submit your homework here. Okay, let me know when you have problems with homework. So if you have a multiple file, say let's assume that your chapter 1, you do have a problem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm expecting you to put them into 5 different files. So you can say q1.py. Okay, don't put a long name. Okay, some students say, okay, this one, Sherry underline chapter 1 underline exercise 1. Okay, that's too long. Okay, we don't need that. You just put a q1.py, q2.py, q3.py. I know which problem it is, and because you put on the chapter 1 folder, so I know that it's actually the same chapter. So you put those q1.py, q2.py, q3.py, and put and do under the directory. Let's say you put the name of chapter 1, and then you compress it into a zip file. Okay, and then you submit it. If you don't know how to zip it or you don't know how to get a zipper, let me know. Okay, I'll teach you how to do it after class. But we require you to zip it if it's more than 1 file. Okay, more than 1 file, put it into a folder and then zip it. So these are about the homework. Any questions so far?
No question.
So there are only 4 chapters in here. So chapter 1 is data type and operation. Chapter 2 is condition, if then else. Chapter 3 is loops. Chapter 4 is data structure, list, tuple, and set. Okay, that's it. Then we finish the basic part of the Python. Then we are going to go to the Python Programming Essential. Right here, this one, I will copy a semester-based course. And this one is more like AP concept. It will teach you how to write a random number generator, how to write a graphic user interface, how to write a class objects, how to write numbers, how to analyze Excel files. Okay, those kind of file processing part, and then more difficult things will be coming. So that's the second course we'll take. This one is the week 5 to 12. Okay, and we will be working on this. Okay, so there will be a different textbook. It's called Jamdera's textbook. It's a college level textbook. Okay, so this one a little bit more difficult than previous one. So this one somewhat, I would say, it actually close to ICS 32, the Python 2 in probably a little bit easier than Python 2, but close to the Python 2 of UC Irvine. Okay. But compared to Berkeley, it's way easier. Okay. Well, Berkeley's course is actually insane. Okay. It jumped to Python 4 right away. But this one is a professor in college. Okay. We use this textbook later. So that's the second course we will take. Then in the summer, June to 25 to August 25, we work on Python. Okay, and then in 4/09/25 to December, we work on web design. Okay, some of you already taken it. So at that time, you probably free to go. You can try something else. Okay. Some of you will continue. So some of you will connect to here. Some of you will go to college maybe. Okay. Anyway, this is web design. Web design will teach you HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Okay. This is also very important for website construction. And then in spring 01/25/26. We are going to teach you the AP Computer Science P course with review to prepare you for the AP Computer Science P exam. Okay. So, okay. So I think some of you already go through the process. Okay. How about Liana? Is this okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the schedule we are doing. So if you take the AP CSP from your school, okay, your school may not be organized in this way. So there are actually 50 different kind of the curriculum available in College Board for AP CSP. This one is an open-end course, so every teacher teach in different way. Okay, every teacher can teach in different way. So there's totally no standard for this course. It's an open course. Okay, College Board say this is an open course, and we teach our way. Okay, and we teach more difficult than usual. So the typical one is only cover the APCSA part, P part, but we do cover Python and web design. So we try to give you 2 language before the APCSP. Okay. Some of you already take the exam this year. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So, but don't be afraid. We in the process, we will prepare you for the AP exam. Okay, pretty well. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's the textbook and the website. Any questions so far? No.
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 No. Okay. No question. We are going to go to another topic. So some people say Liana never know me before. The others, I think you all know me, but let me do it one more time of introducing who I am. So this one is a course I'm teaching at the Lewis University. This is my part-time job. I'm the part-time adjunct professor right here. So some of the students ask me for recommendation letter. I always write in this letterhead of this university. Okay, so some of you do request it before, you know what I'm talking about. So I write a recommendation letter for my students as long as you submit homework. Okay, if you don't submit homework, I'm not going to write a recommendation letter for you because I really don't know who you are and how good you are. Okay, so I cannot guarantee the quality of your education. In that case, I don't write a recommendation letter for you. But if you submit homework, I know who you are and I know how good you are. We have the quality control. So in that case, I write recommendation letter for you. Anyway, myself, my name's Eric Chow. I'm a IT Boy senior member. I'm also a computer science teacher association member and USA Taekwondo coach. Okay. And then I graduated from National Taiwan University Computer Science and Engineering Department. Okay. So this university, I think that everybody probably know is the best university in Taiwan, right? So and then I go through 2 years of the naval service in Taiwanese Navy. Okay, after that I came to US to study in ECS in USC for my master and PhD degree. Okay, and then later I joined IEEE. So right here I have my short resume. My PhD dissertation is on BSI array sensory information processing. This just means the AI chips. So back 30 years ago, I'm working on those kind of chip for like NVIDIA. Okay, that's my PhD dissertation. So I do cover those kind of the topic of for circuit design, AI, neural network for machine learning, array processor, communication channel equalization, parallel processing. Okay, this is different topic. And then I have more than 10 US patents and more than 15 publications. Okay, anyway, that's what I did. And then some of the chip that I designed go to this Link 6 switch. Some of the CMOS chip that I work on for the camera chip for HP. And I also invented a cell phone input system. Okay, so I do invent a lot of things before I teach. And then this is copy from my dissertation, some sort of neural network parallel processing I had done before. And then CMOS image sensor in silicon. So in a way, do you need to study AP Physics C, E, and M, AP Chemistry, or Computer Science? I would say yes, because if you want to do an advanced semiconductor and a media type of job, you will need it. Okay, you will need it. AP Chemistry is everywhere. You need to know about the quantum physics. Okay, anyway, that's a short discussion for my past history. Okay, let's go back to our chapter 1. So you know where homework is, and every week after we finish chapter 1, you need to submit homework after the lecture. Okay, so I don't give the reminder of when you need to submit for homework. So every week, so say this week we finish chapter 1, then the next week you need to actually submit the homework. Okay, it's due in 1 week. Okay, because we need that. So every week we have some homework due. You keep moving. If you submit the homework early, it's also welcome. Okay, we don't actually go against it. You can submit the homework early. So if you need to travel and you need to miss some classes, it's okay. I allow you to miss some classes, but don't miss too many times. You can watch video, it's okay. But I always still demanding you to submit your homework because if you don't submit homework, I don't know whether you study it or not. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
No. Besides the lecture today, we also have a coding practice. So this coding practice, I already assigned. Some of you I assigned, some of you said by yourself, but you do have your slot of the time to study. Okay, so we will, if you know Python before, or I probably can waive you for solo learn. If you never know about Python before, then I will need you to work on a solo learn Python. So in the practice, I will need you to work on the solo learn Python. So there is an introduction to Python. Let me see. Let me type it in more detail. It's actually solo learn introduction to Python. Okay, so you need to finish this course first in the Monday or Thursday coding practice. Okay, anyway, whatever. You log in and then create an account and you will go to this here. So roughly, if you are beginners, you have no prior coding experience. After 4 weeks, we finish the big Python. You should finish this one already. You should finish this one. So some of you already has the background. Then I will move you to the coding back Python. Okay, I'll move you to the coding back Python. So we will work on this set if you finish the solo learn. So depends on how much experience you have. If you finish both of these and you say, I'm fine, you can focus on your other subject, okay? So for someone like Belinda, I believe that last year you work on this already, right?
Yeah.
So you can directly jump to the coding back Java and the solo learn Java, okay? Because you have too many things to do, so I probably don't need you to work on the coding back Python again. You just work on the homework, that will be good enough. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And AP CSA would dominate Python. It's a stronger course than Python. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hear me? So right here, your job. So for you, particularly, your job is just to know the Python language and the tools. Okay, we don't need you to go over the algorithm part. Those part, your CSA will cover it. Okay, I think similar situation for Sherry as well, right? Sherry, is that okay?
Yeah.
But I think you probably, because you never learn Python before, so you probably need to go to solo learn Python. But in terms of difficulty, CSA is dominating Python. Okay. Okay. Anyway, these are the coding practice part. Oriana, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
You have a prior coding experience before or not?
No.
No? Okay, so you just take it step by step, okay? Don't worry about other people's progress, okay? You do it at your own pace, okay? You just need to compare with yourself. Don't worry about other students, because some other student already taken APCSA before or some other course before. So you starting from this introduction to solo learn, this to Python in solo learn. And I'll talk about it for you on Thursday. That's your coding time. Okay, Thursday 8 p.m. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. For Benjamin, you are also assigned to Thursday, and because you don't take the APCSP with B, so I don't know whether you want to do it or not, but you are encouraged to do it. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you done the coding back Python or no?
Let me check.
Okay, so you check, okay? And let me know on Thursday if you do need it or not. We will actually see it, okay? Anyway, let's get started, okay? I just need to let you know every student's status because everyone come from different backgrounds, so we need
Yeah,
to.
I haven't done it at all.
Okay, so then you need to start from the introduction to Python,
Yeah.
the solo learn, okay? Go through that. You know it is okay, just quickly finish it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we get started for the chapter 1, brief Python, okay? So this chapter 1 is to talk about the basic Python. So we need to talk about the installation. So everyone, I install the software for you, and then we will talk about Python idle. Idle is stand for integrated development. Okay. LE is line editor. Okay. So it's like IDE is one kind of IDE. Okay. So we get started from here, and later we are going to move on to Visual Studio Code. Okay. So get started from the simple part. So first you need to know how to install it and how to run the idle. So installation we teach you already, but let me show you one more time. If you need to install next time, you can go to here. You go to Python download. You go to python.org, and then you click download, and then you do Python, the newest one, you will download, okay, and then you install. Okay, and then after that, you should bring up the idle. So you bring up the idle, you actually go to C drive, okay, wherever you install your software. Usually I use C/Python. And then there is a LIP library. Under the library, you do have, let's see, you do have the idle lib. Here you do have the idle library. Idle lib. Under idle lib, there is something called idle. So there's an idle. Let me see, where's idle? Here, idle. So this is an idle batch file. You can copy, put on top of your desktop. That's it. Okay, you will get the idle shortcut right here. So every time before we teach you Visual Studio Code, we are going to use this idle. So get started, you just double click it. Right now, if you have the idle, you can follow me doing whatever I'm doing, okay? So bring up the idle is like this. Okay, I'm using the big phone. If you don't like the phone, you can configure idle. Okay, and then you can choose a smaller font, say 18. You apply, the letter is smaller, but because I'm doing online teaching, so I usually use the 25. Make it a little bit bigger, okay? Any questions so far?
No questions.
So let's bring up the idle, it actually is a Python interpreter, okay? Python interpreter. So you are talking to this Python interpreter right now, okay? So everyone, if you can start this one with your idle, that actually would be good, okay? Then when you get in, you do A equals 3, B equals 4, print A plus B. We already write a Python program that you have A equals 3, B equals 4. So you declare a variable called A, you put a 3 in there, you declare a variable called B, you put a 4 in there, and then you sum them up and print it. That's 7. That's what it is right here. Any questions so far?
No.
So in a way, Python is very straightforward and easy, okay? Liana, are you okay?
Yeah.
Can you do it or not?
Yes.
Did you get your idle working or not?
Not yet.
You try, okay?
Okay.
If you can do it, let me know. I'll actually help you to get started, okay? Okay, anyway, so this one is just to show you how easy writing the Python program is. So let's do this. Let's do x equals 2 raised to the power 7 and print x, and you get 128. So this means 2 raised to the power 7. You get it. So Python is a very straightforward programming environment. You do question, get answer, question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So this kind of the software, we call it interpreter. Interpreter is someone translate for you. So let's see, you do have a person. Okay, and you have the second person. Let's assume the second person is speaking in English. First person, actually, let's assume that he is speaking in Japanese, right? So this guy say something, doesn't talk to him, he talk to someone called interpreter. So that's when this Japanese guy say, Ohayo gozaimasu, right? And then this interpreter will translate it, good morning, okay. And this English guy say, I'm fine. And then the interpreter will say, daijoubu desu. And then this completed interpretation. So it's a question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So that's what this Python interpreter is. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so interpreter is someone sitting in the middle, translating sentence by sentence. That's called interpreter. Let's look at C language. Okay, that's actually, we do C today for Benjamin. Okay, so let's go to the C program. We do have a C program today, so let's go to there. So C program, let's actually look at this addition program. So it is a program in C language, and it say A equals 3, B equals 4 is the same. C equals A plus B, and then do print F. So this is the whole article. This whole article in C language, it doesn't interpret it sentence by sentence. So we bring up the terminal, okay, and we need to change it to E drive, okay, and then CD, and I need to change it to the directory. So let me go to there. So this is directory for that C program. I put it over here. And then CD here. So now I'm in the directory that come with this file. So I do this, I do GCC compiler, and then I do addition, C, and then -O addition. Go. That's compile. So compile translated to machine code. So basically compilation is that you have a C program, it translates to machine code.exe, and then you run it. So this, we call it a program. So this, we call it a compiler. So compiler doesn't translate sentence by sentence. It's different from interpreter. Compiler translate the whole article at a whole, one time. And then after translation, you run it. You also get 3 plus 4 equals 7. So this program is equivalent to what this Python code is. And apparently Python is easier to use. But in terms of performance, C program is faster. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So compiler-based program usually is faster than the interpreter-based. But right now, because you are learning computer science, I need to tell you the difference of it. Interpreter is translating sentence by sentence. Compiler is translating the program as a whole. Two are different. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions so far?
No.
No.
So Liana, are you okay?
Yeah.
Am I going too fast or no?
No.
Okay, anyway. So that's the difference between compiler and interpreter. So Python is a general purpose, high-level programming language. So high-level programming language means the English-like language. So human being can know it. That's called high-level programming language. Low-level means machine code, something that machine know, or assembling or machine code. We call it low-level programming language. So in AP concept P, they will test you what is a high-level programming language, what is low-level programming language. Okay, for some people who took it before, they know what I'm talking about. You need to know about the difference between high-level language and low-level language. Okay, so high-level language is more readable. It's for people who actually like to study like English-like language. Okay, low-level language is for machine. Okay, and we are teaching you Python. Python is a high-level programming language. Okay, so installation, we talked about it already. I don't repeat. Idle, we show you what is idle already. So that's actually okay. So Python interpreter is called shell. Okay, now one more thing. So the one way to bring up this idle is actually using this idle. Okay, another way to do it, let me close everything. Let me quit everything. So that's a string that I'm going to this one, the directory. Okay, let me see. Let me create a new directory in this Python 2026. Okay. Let me see. Let me check carefully. Okay. So this is the directory we are going to use for this semester. So let me create one. Here I do py Python development directory. Okay, I'm going to create a chapter 1. So inside chapter 1, I'm going to put my program over here. So I'm going to hit Window R. Okay. Window R, there's a key like this. This key, we call it window key. Okay. It actually at your keyboard, button right third one. Okay. In my keyboard is button third one. Okay. So this key plus R, R is runner. Runner. Okay. You bring up this. After you bring up this, okay, let me close it. After you bring up this, you put CMD. CMD is command line. Command. So CMD, you put CMD in there. You click OK. You bring up with this. Same thing, you need to change to the drive, E drive, and then change it to the directory that you want to have. Okay, so you do dir. Dir is checking directory over here. Right now there's no program, but we can actually call the Python PHDOL. So this is another way to bring up your Python interpreter from the command line. So right here, A equals 3, B equals 4, bring A plus B. Okay, so this one bring up your interpreter one more time. So this is the same as you bring up the idle. We prefer using idle for the moment, okay? But if you know how to bring it up from command line, this is a way to bring up from command line. So when you finish, you do exit function code, get out, you are out. Okay? Any questions so far?
No.
So that's the second way that you can run this Python. Okay, a third way is Visual Studio Code. We'll talk about Visual Studio Code later. Okay, not right now. It's too difficult right now. So then you do have a Python shell. Okay, Python shell, we also call it Python interpreter. It do the translation for you. Okay. So it look like this. Okay, we already show you either idle. Idle is white. Basically, idle you can also change the color. Okay, let's bring the idle again. You don't like white one? You don't like the white one, you can do option configure. Okay, you do window key, let me see, highlight. Okay, right here. There's a idle classic. You can do dark. Dark, you will change to dark color. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So if you don't like white, you can change it to dark color. Same thing, you coming from this configure, and you choose the windows. I'm sorry, choosing the highlight. And here you choose classic, dark, or new. Okay, I choose dark for now. Okay, because this dark background is easier to see my code. Any questions so far?
No.
No question? Okay. I'm trying to go to the basics, so some of you may feel it's a little bit easy, okay? But it's okay. We need to go to the fundamental part. Okay, so this one, we actually also call it the interpreter. So now the next term is called Python script. Okay, next one is Python script. So Python script and Python program. Sometimes it means the same thing, but actually program and script are different. So C++, we usually call it program. We don't call it script. Because the program has the .exe file, executable machine code, that we call it a program. If the program need to talk to a translator like Python virtual machine or Java using Java virtual machine, then we call it Python script because you are putting a script in there and this machine run for you. This Python virtual machine is the exe file. You don't talk to the machine directly, you talk to your virtual machine. Then we call it a script. Okay? So script is one kind of program, but usually it's talking about a program that does not directly run on machine. It actually need to have a virtual machine to run for it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so usually we do here Python script, JavaScript, right? JavaScript. Okay, these are script language, and there's another one called TypeScript. These are typical language names that even have the script on it. Okay. Okay, now what we want to say is we want to do a script design. So we do file. Okay, you need to know it. Okay. So you can follow me. Okay, I'll go a little bit slower. So you can do file, new file. So file, new file, it will bring up a editor for a program. Now, first thing I will do, I will save as. Save as, I'm going to save as, go to the directory I want to store my program. So that would be, let me see, that would be E drive. And then EC Academy. And then CS31 Python, this one. Python development chapter 1. Okay, so that's the directory I'm trying to put. You can put it in any folder, okay, but I put it over here. And I'm going to save it as addition.py. So here we do have addition. And then you say Python file, so I do not need to put the .py, okay. I do not need to put the py. So here is a Python file. So let me save this one. So it's empty, but it's okay. It's a file for the Python file. So right here we do write a equals 3, b equals 4, print a plus b. And then I finish and then I save. After I save, here you do have a run. Then you click on run and then run module, run. You got 7. So the difference is this one is you write the whole thing into one file. That's called addition.py. And you send this file to Python interpreter, it will be interpreted line by line. Just like program, but we call it scripting. And you can also do it right here, put in line by line right here. That's our original way of doing things. But both way, you can run the program. Any questions so far?
No.
Sherry, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our first program or first script. We put it into the addition.py. Okay. Liana, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Can you bring up your idle already or no?
I didn't try it yet.
Okay, let's do it, okay? You share your screen, let me guide you once, okay? It's not easy to get the idle, so let me try to help you. Because if you don't try, you actually probably will get lost. You share your screen, please. Okay. So right here, let me request for your computer. Okay, let me actually close. Let me see. I request. Okay, good. Let me close this one. First, I install the software for you. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Why here you do have this? Maybe later. Okay. Maybe later. Can you click on the maybe later? I'm not sure why you come up with this. Did you see the maybe later?
This is my mom's computer. And it's not letting me click maybe later.
Okay.
I don't think the tab's highlighted. Or
One
can
moment.
you
Okay.
right click?
Let me actually finish this first. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we go to here. So Liana, did I install the software for you or no?
Not yet.
Okay, but then I need to do it some other time. Okay, I forget because you come in late, so I actually did not check whether you got installation or not. That's wrong. Okay, we'll do it later. Okay, sorry. Okay, that's a problem. You see, if I don't check, you actually don't remember whether you have the software or not. So this one doesn't come for free. You need to install it. I'll teach you how to install it later, okay? But anyway, here we do have this one. Then that's actually the first program we did it already. Now let's actually try the second program. So second program, again, you do new file. And then that's actually save as So here, let's call it welcome. So at this moment, I'm going slower and then making it easy. Okay, so let's do print. Welcome to Python. Okay, print. How are you? Okay. Print. I'm fine. Whatever. 3-line printing, and you save. You do wrong module. You will get these. Any questions so far? So this is just type some, run a program to type a few lines, okay? This is just to type a few lines. Okay? Okay, so that's the second program that we write. Okay. So that's how you run your program and how you interpret it. So you can also put a few lines in there, okay, whatever line you want to create. Okay, now we will go into the basic syntax. We are learning Python language. Now we are going to go into the basic syntax. So first one, we'll talk about vocabulary, word, program structure, and the sentence structures, okay? Just like you need to know, I like you. So you need to know about this one is subject, verb, object. You need to know about the syntax, okay? You need to know about the syntax. You learn Python the same thing, you need to know about the sentence structure. So first thing, you need to know something called identifier. Identifier is the same as variable name. So in math, you say x equals 3, a equals 3. This is called identifier or called variable. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
No? Let's continue, okay? And then this identifier can start with underline, can start with ABC, but you cannot start with 1. So 1A is not a variable name. Cannot start with, must be underline or not, or later. Okay, must be underline or later. Okay. So that's the whenever you name your variable name, but cannot be a reserved word. So some word already have grammatical meaning, you cannot use it. Okay, you cannot use it. So let's see, let's actually look at here. Okay, so let's go back to our program. So this welcome, okay, let's look at the welcome program. We are going to create a new one, okay? So previous one, we do have the welcome, okay? Now we are going to do this, we are going to do language equals Python. Okay, name equals Eric Chow, okay, and then we are going to prove welcome to language. Okay, now. So we define language as a Python, name as Eric Chow. So this variable is called language. Language is available. And then I can put it right here. So you do print out, you are going to print out welcome to the language with a space following it and with the name. So we are going to print out such a program sentence. So this one, let me save as. This one, let's call it welcome to. Welcome to the Python, okay? And then we are going to run it. So it's welcome to Python space LHL, okay? Anyway, so right here, if I change my language, okay, let me change to Java. And then name, let me change it to this one. Let's change to Donald Trump. And then I print it one more time. Doing the same thing, but because the variables are different. So this time it is you print welcome to Python Eric Chow, welcome to Java Donald Trump. Any questions so far?
Nope.
So variable is used to store some data, and some data can be changing over the time. So this language is the same as S equals 4 or A equals 3 is the same, okay? It actually just stores some string in there. So when we put a text message in there, we call it string. Okay, so text message, we use double quote, the message double quote. This we call it a string. string. Okay, so Liana, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So string is used to store text message. Okay, and the variable can be number or can be text message. It depends. Okay, so let's actually try one more. So let's actually create another one called welcome 3. Okay, so let me create it and then save as welcome 3. Okay, I'm trying to create a program of similar material, but I do make a little bit of a change every time. So you follow the 1, 2, 3, you know we are developing programs step by step. So let's do age equals 14. Okay, GPA equals 2.5. Okay, and then name equals Tom Cruise. And then actually language equals C double plus. Okay, so now we do point welcome. Okay, to comma. Comma means the next available language. Okay, and then Mr. Okay, and then name, and then space U dot GPA equals GPA at age. Okay, so this one will print now. Welcome to language, Mr. Something. You got GPA equals and then a certain age. So this one we are going to save and run. And you print now. Welcome to C double plus Mr. Tom Cruise. You got GPA 2.5 at 14. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
But somehow this line is a little bit too long. It may be even longer. If you don't like it, you can do double slash at the end. Bend it down right here. This is a connector for a line. You will connect this one and the next line together. So in this way, it will function in the same way. And you'll print out the same thing. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, I get the assumption wrong, okay? It's not a double slash, let me check, okay? Single slash, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sorry. So this one is a single backslash. Single backslash means you connect it to the next line. Okay, any question? So when your line is too long, you do a backslash. You can continue your line in the next line. Okay? Okay, so that's actually when you have more than one line, this is continuation mark or backslash, okay? Continuation mark. Then you can also separate them by comma. So this one actually, let's store again, let's actually save as welcome for. In a way, we have many variables, but we don't want to put too many lines. So can I put these two things in the line? Yes, you separate them by a semicolon. Then you can put multiple statements in one line. And it works in the same way. Any questions so far? Okay, so we teach you how to make a longer line into a separate line. We can also merge several statements into one line, okay, but separated by semicolon. These are how you organize your code, okay? Any questions so far?
No.
No? So next one is indentation. You do need to care about indentation in Python, okay? Python indentation is very important. Let's try indentation then. So let's see here, you actually, let me put in more things. So right here, I'm going to create a new program, okay? Right here, let's do this. Let's do print. What's your name? Okay, if the name equals input. Okay, and then print what's your age. Your age equals input. So when you read input, it will give you a string. So it'll give you a text. So that's your name. But your age is not a string. So we need to convert it to integer. So we say int convert it to numbers. Okay. Now then we do print. Okay. So then now we actually save as. So this welcome for, we kind of give you some input now. Oh, it already has a welcome 4, so let's save it as welcome 5. So it has the welcome 5, and then we do wrong module. You ask for the name, so let's do something wrong. Okay, maybe my input system. Let me close something. Too many 5. Okay, come to here. So I'm going to do. How comes it doesn't take anything? Okay, I'm sorry. So here, this one. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
Let's try. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, something is wrong. Let me look at what is wrong. Let's bring up the welcome 5. Okay, should be fine. Let me run it one more time. Okay. Not sure what's going on. Oh, I see the quote is the. Let's do without a quote. The quote will create trouble. Okay. Let me try one more time. Okay, so this one is correct. Previous one I used the abbreviation that it will create trouble. Okay, so this one is our welcome 5. So now let's actually save this one to welcome 6. We are going to modify this welcome 6. So here you do have input, but I can basically cut this one, put it right here, and do not use the input. Just put this in this way. I can cut this one, put it in the input. I'm sorry. Okay, so this one is effectively the same as you print this and export input. Print this, export input, okay? But this one, after the input, you got a string, you need to convert it to integer. So this welcome 5 is the same as welcome. But this welcome 6 is the same with your welcome 5. So that's wrong. Okay, so let's put in. Okay, any questions so far? So we are teaching you how to get input, how to print it. Okay, these are basic Python. And brief Python is supposed to teach you this very basic part. Okay. So we do guide you from welcome 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That part is done, but sometimes we may have a function you do define, and you may have function. Let's create a function then. So right here we have the name and the age. Let's actually try one more. Let's actually do. But sometimes we would use it for different people, right? For different people. So let's actually create a function. So let's do define function. Let's call welcome function. So welcome will give a name and age. Okay. So right here you need to save 4 spaces. We call it indentation. In order to know that this is part of the function. Okay. So you got the name and the age right here. We do print. Okay, so this is a function. You take the name and the age, just like you have f of x, put some number there, and you will replace here. Okay. Now we have a function, but we need to call the function. So after that, you go back to the first level. You do welcome Donald Trump 14. Welcome Rachel 15. So the first time you are running this welcome Donald Trump, you will go to here, pass Donald Trump to name, pass 14 to age, and you will print it. And the second time you will pass every child and pass 15 to it. Okay. So this is our welcome 7. I'm sorry. So it's welcome 7. Okay, let's run it. Any questions so far? Do you mean, okay, this is some typo. It says it is some error, right? So that means that here I have a typo. It's okay. The compiler detected, it's okay. So let's save and run it one more time. And is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So let's review a little bit. In welcome 1, we print some message. Welcome 2, 3, we actually put some variable in there. And then we actually put it into a function. We do step by step, make the program a little bit more complicated every time. Okay. And then function, you want the function to be working, you need to have indentation. The indentation means that anything up to here belongs to the function. Once it go back to the head, then the function stop. This portion doesn't belong to the function. So Python checking the level by indentation. Not like a C, C++, or Java using curly brace. They don't have a curly brace. They just use the same level as one function. You go back to the top, that's the previous level. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. How about Liana? Are you okay? Can you follow so far?
Yeah.
Okay. After class, I need to install the software for you. Okay. And you need to redo it by yourself one more time. Okay. Following each example. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot catch up. Okay. Okay. So that part is a indentation and function. We finished that. Okay. So say hello. Say hello, you put a name, you print hello, the name, and then print this. Okay, so say hello, Steve. You will do hello, Steve, and then welcome to Python tutorial. Okay. This is called indentation. Commands, when you have something that you don't want it, you put a sharp sign. The whole line would be ignored. So this portion You see, sometimes I put the red one in there, that actually is a comment. Okay, comment means it will not count. So comments is like, I do have some comment before. Let's go back to welcome one. No, not welcome one. Let's try welcome two. No, I'm sorry. Power welcome three. No, welcome four. Still don't get it. Welcome five. Okay, right here. These are the comments that we put. This doesn't count, okay? As a program, it doesn't count. It doesn't function. It doesn't have any meaning. Okay, this we call it comment. Okay, we call it comment. So let's actually do this. So this one we do have this program, but sometimes I don't like it. So I say, oh, let's do this. Let's comment it out. I don't want to run these two lines. So these two lines become useless. Then I do welcome. Cruise. 20. Okay, so these two will not be wrong because they are commented out. Okay, so only Tom Cruise being graded. And sometimes you want to turn it back, you just put them, then it will be counted again. Any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay, so these are the name. Okay, this is a function. So sometimes if you want to only one line, you use sharp, but if there are multiple lines, you don't like it, you just do quote, quote, quote. Quote, quote, quote. So this portion, quote, quote, quote to quote, 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 they are not counted. It's just the same as you do this in Java. Okay, the same as this in Java. So let's actually comment them out and then that's from it. So only Tom Cruise, okay? That full line got commented out. Anyway, just demonstrated what is comments. Comments is some line that you don't count it. You can also do quote, quote, quote. Okay, triple quote for it. Gated user input, we covered it already. Okay, now let's try a different program. So this one, I'm going to create a new series. Okay, now we are going to do let's do this. Okay, let's do inches equals to actually this one is called float input. How many inches? Okay, here you enter a number. That number is in string format. You need to convert it to real number. So real number, we call it floating point. So you have 2.34 and times 10, it becomes 23.4. So this decimal point is floating, moving around. We call it floating point number. Okay. So the floating point number, we in how many inches? So this one, convert a string to real number. Okay, a real number is some number with a fractional part. not an integer. Now let's actually put it over here. So we do have cm equals inches is 2.54. Each 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. Okay, so 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeter. So right here we do 0.inches inches is cm centimeter. So Liana, let me ask you a question. What's the difference between these inches and these inches? They are both type as inches. What is the difference? Or what is the difference between this is cm and this is cm? What's the difference? Liana, are you okay? Take your time, okay? No rush. So what's this white one and green one? What's the difference between white one and green one? Okay, it's okay. How about Belinda? What's the difference between white one and the green one?
The y one is an integer, it's a variable, and then the green one's a string.
Yeah, so you put the number right here, it's available. This one is only a text, it's a string. This one you get the number of the cm, you put it over there. This one is only the letters, okay? So let's run it. Okay, this one, let's call it matrix. So let's do 10 inches. Is that okay? Any questions so far?
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so this one is to get the input and to write it out, okay? So let's here you have the name and age. So print name and age, you print out the name and age for it, okay? So this name is available. This name is a text message, okay? That is mean different things. Okay, next one, we are going to cover the data type. We will know about what are the data type available in the Python language. So today we probably only cover numbers, strings, only these two, okay? Only these two. So let's go back to our idle. Go back to idle. So here, let's see if we have a equals 3. I'm sorry. A equals 3. We can do type a to check what is the type of a, and you say it's an integer. Okay. We say f equals 2.54. We say type of f. That's a floating point. So Python number, we have two types. One is integer. The other one is floating point. Floating point is something decimal with something. So 2.54, that's actually say floating point number. integer is 3. And you type it will be showing you class integer or class floating point. You will know what type of the variable it is. Any questions so far?
No.
And then you may also have a name equals Donald Trump. And then you do type of name. And the name is a string, str is actually is a string. So these are the basic data type we are talking about today, okay? These are the basic data type that we are talking about today. There are more type, but list, set, and dictionary, this we will cover in lecture 4. So not right now, okay, not right now. So right now we only focus on the numbers and text. So integer, you have z equal 5 divided by 2. You have 14 point equals 3.456, okay? And then you have an equal sign. Equal sign means a sign. So you assign 5 divided by 2 to z. So let's see. Here you do have z equals 5 divided by 2. Then you print your z. Okay, z is 2 integer division by themselves. So you got 2.5 and then you do type of z. G is a 14-point number, it's a real number. Okay. Z is a free 14-point number. It's a 14-point type data. Any questions so far?
No.
So if you want to do the integer division, you need to do x equals 5/2. Then you print your x, you only get 2. So basically, let's talk about the difference. When you do 5/2, you got 2.55 something, 2.50. So you got 2.50. So this is single slash will give you 2.5. If you do 5 divided by 2, you have the 2 and you got 4, remainder 1. This portion is called integer division. It's 5/2. This is integer division. Okay. This number, we call it remainder, is 5%2. We call it remainder, okay? So here we do have x and y equals 5%2. You print y, then we got this, we got 5 divided by 2. This portion is 2 or remainder 1. So this one is 5/2. This one is 5%2. Okay, slash and percentage both look like a division, okay, but they are not long division. This is integer division. This is taking only the remainder. We call it modular. Any questions so far?
No.
Liana, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
You may have heard a lot of things that you may never heard before, okay? But today you got to later after class review the video, okay? And let me know if you have question. I'll explain for you again, okay? Because you are beginning. You need to learn this basic part. So single slash means division in long division. Double slash means just take the quotient part. Percentage division, that means taking the remainder part. Okay, these are the way to remember it. Okay, so these are the numbers, we talk about it. And you can also store it as double quote, that's putting in the strings. Okay. So single equal sign means assignment, double equal sign means checking the equality. Okay. So let's see here. Let's create a new program. Okay. So right here, I'm going to create a number equal to integer, okay, input. So input asking for the prompt. So enter a number. Okay, and that number will be in string format, we'll convert it to integer. Then we actually say if num modular by 2 equal 0, colon. Okay, every time you have an if, you need to put a colon there. And you say print num is an even number. Okay. Else, you also else column. You do print number is an odd number. Okay. So you enter a number division by 2 take modular. So you say 4 divided by 2, you do 2, 2, 4, you remainder 0. This remainder is 2, num percentage 2, the remainder of the division by 2. And it's 0 means it's an even number. So here, if you do have 5 divided by 2, you have 2, 2, 4, you remainder 1. This is an odd number. Okay. I do have a typo, no. Here I type it wrong, so it's pretty. Okay. Now it's good. Let's save us. It's a program that's called it even arc. Okay. Even arc. And then let's run it. So get a number, let's call it 7. And it's an odd number. Okay. Let's try one more time. Let's actually try one more time. Here, let's do 90. It is an even number. So this is a odd even number checkers. Any questions so far?
No.
So we go through the basic one by one. Okay, if you have question, you must ask. Okay, you must ask. Okay, so this part is the fundamental part. So you have the number, you do have integer float and complex number. Complex number too difficult. Right now we don't cover it. In brief Python, we teach you brief Python. That means simple Python. Okay, we don't try to teach you hard Python. Boolean is true or false. So right here, if you have the num divided by 2 equals 0, you will get true or false. So when it is true, you are going to print it's an even number. True is writing down as capital this, okay? False is capital false. These are two logic value, true or false. We'll talk about it later, okay? Just this actually is Boolean data type. So today we cover the number type, string type, and Boolean type, okay? The next one is the sequence type with string, list, tuple. These are different sequence type. So sequence type means it's a collection of data. Okay, it's a collection of data. So let's try another one. Let's create one. Okay, this one let's call it alphabet. So alphabet equals to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, So you do have 7 different letters. So this one is a string. A string is a collection of letters. Okay, so you do alphabet 0. You want to print out the first letter, you do print out alphabet 0. Or you print out the alphabet 3. Okay, up to here. Okay, we don't want to go too difficult today. So alphabet by itself is a string. It's a collection of the characters or letters. And you can print out the first letter or the third letter, the index, okay? So this one, let me save it as alphabet, okay? Let's call it alphabet. Okay, so you print out A and D, okay? Any question? So we do have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This one called index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So alphabet 0 means you are taking this letter out. Alphabet 3 means you are taking this letter out. Okay. So string is a collection of characters, and you can individually getting some of the character out. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so right here, these are different type. Okay, anyway, we don't go to typical part. Okay, those typical part we save it for the later chapter. So variable is a variable that you store your numbers or store your strings. Okay, so today we cover the integer, floating point, boolean, and also string. Okay, up to here, we don't want to go too far. So variable, you have the x equals 12.2, y equals 14. They store the value into the variables. And then you can update your x to 100. So this is erased because it's covered by 100 later. Any questions so far?
No.
No. How about Yana, are you okay so far?
Yeah.
Can you understand this one? You assign a new number to it, so your original number been overlapped, been covered, okay, been erased and put in the new number in, okay? And your name of the variable cannot start with integer, that's wrong. Cannot start with sharp sign, must be a letter or underline. Okay, and lowercase and uppercase letters are different variable names, okay, different variable names. So usually you want the variable name to be easy to remember, okay, easy for you to remember. So if you do this variable name like x1, q3, and this is actually okay, but very difficult to remember those variable name. You try to put it, remember, easy to remember. So usually it's like hour, rate, and pay. Something you can understand. This is way better than this, even though it's the computing the same thing. Any question?
No.
No.
No. And then expression. Expression is talking about how you write your arithmetic formula. Okay, so we do have a plus sign, minus sign. This is the same as math. Multiplication with 2 stars. So 3 times 4, we use a 3 star 4. Division, this is long division. 3/4 is 3 divided by 4, you will get 0.75. While double slash is integer division, so you have a 3 divided by 4, you get 0. This is integer division. 2**7, that's 2 raised to the power 7, that's actually 128, that's power. 5 10 modular by 2, this is also division, but you will only take remainder. Remainder is 1. Any questions so far?
No.
You must remember what this different symbol is, okay? Not too hard, okay? Just need to learn a new language to remember them, okay? Okay, so right here you have x equals 2. Then x equals x plus 2. So you have 2 put here plus 2. New x is 4. So you put now 4. Then y is 440 times 112. Okay. Then you put is 5280. Okay. Divided by 1000. This one is a long division. So you got 5.28. Any questions so far?
No.
No. Then you got JJ equal 23. JJ take modular by 5 is 23 divided by 5. You do 4, 20, remainder 3. So KK is 3. So 4 raised to the power 3, you got 64. Okay. So these are something you need to remember, okay? How about Sherry, are you okay?
Yeah.
You must remember, okay? How about Liana, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't remember, you probably need to take notes to make sure you understand it and remember, okay? So let's work on this one. So let's see. This one, Belinda, can you tell me what would be this x? So tell me which operator will be calculated first.
5 to the power 6.
Yeah, so this one is 5 to the power 6 is 125 times 125, no matter what number it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then which is the next one you will calculate?
2 times 3.
2 times 6, so this one is 6. Next one,
-4 divided by 5 to the power 6.
so this one is minus maybe 0.000 something, okay? So it's 1 plus 6, so it's a 7 minus 0. Something, something. So it end up with 6.99 something. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just need to know about the evaluation. So power go first, then multiply and division, and addition and subtraction go the later one. So it's the same as your your primary school. Okay, your primary school teach you the permittas, right? Power, I'm sorry, parentheses go first. And then power, that's actually exponent. Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That's who should go first. It's okay?
Yeah.
Everybody done this before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, okay? It's called permittas. Okay? If you never learned this before, you need to remember it now. In computer and also in math, the same, okay? It's called permittas. At the end, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the so-called operator parenthesis power multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So it's a P E N D N D A S. Here I don't use power because it actually repeat the P. Okay, so we to call it exponent. Okay. Parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, remainder. Remainder is the same as division, okay? So this is 3 equal first, and then addition and subtraction, and left to right, okay? These are the expression rules. Okay, then there are some problems. Let's actually work on this one. So now this one, which one should I call wrong first?
2 to the power of 3.
So you got 8. Second one, you do divide by 4. So you got 2. Next one, you multiply by 5, you got 10. Last one, you do 1 plus 10, you got 11. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Type, we talk about it will give you the type of the data, okay? You can convert the type when you have a number integer, you can convert it to floating point. So basically, you got a string, you can convert it to integer by int function. You can convert a floating point, also convert it to integer, then you would drop whatever fractional part it is. Okay, so 2.54 will become 2. And then you also can convert a integer, say 3, into a floating point number. Then that will become 3.0. You can also convert a 3 to a string. Then you become a double quote 3 string. Okay? Any questions so far? This one we call it type conversion. Type conversion is when you have a variable of different kind, we force it to a specific data type or other type. Okay? Okay, in division, we talk about it already, is the quotient part of your division. So statement, one line is one statement, okay? You can put them together and then using a semicolon to separate them. It's okay, you can merge them into one line, okay? But typically, usually it's one line per statement. So you assign x with 2, then you get this value of the x that's 2 plus 2 assigned back to x. So x got updated to 4. And you print x, it becomes 4. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So equal sign means assignment becomes. Equal sign is not checking equal. Checking equal in Python is double equal sign. 2 equal sign means checking the equality. Single equal sign means becomes, means assignment. Okay? So right here we have a statement of 3.9 times x times 1 minus x. Okay, that will calculate some number. Okay, we'll talk about it when we go back to chapter 1 of the CS31. When we go to the advanced computing, we'll talk about it. Right now it's a little bit too difficult. Here you do have, okay, whatever, this one, okay. You just know that it's doing calculation in this way. Okay, type conversion, we finish it. User input, we finish it already. I think you are ready to go for the chapter 1 homework, okay? Any questions so far? We finished the chapter 1.
No, no questions.
Okay, no question, then whoever need a software installation, you can stay. If you already have the software, you can be dismissed. Okay? So Leanna,
Okay.
I'll work with you first, okay?
All right. Bye, Mr. Cho. Have a great night.
Good night and good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Leanna, let's do this. You share
This
your
is my mom's computer. I'm
So
going to
you
use
want-
mine.
So you want to have a new one, a different one?
Yeah.
Will you get a different one that you can control by yourself? If yes, I can install some other time.
I need to get like another computer. This one is a different one.
Okay, then let's do this, okay? Wait until you got a new, when will you get a new computer?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. So sometime next week. So starting from tomorrow, if your computer arrive, let me know, I can install for you, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Then after that, you need to watch video and then go over the example one by one by yourself, okay? Making sure you understand it. As long as you don't understand, you can let me know, I'll explain it for you again, okay? One thing is
Okay.
that because you just get started for computer, it will be a little bit of intermediate, you feel intermediate, okay? So it's not that easy when you get started, but it's okay. Once you got past the first 3-4 weeks, you will get used to it, okay? At this moment, any question, just let me know, okay? Okay. Good night then. Wait until
Thank
you
you.
got a computer, okay? Good night. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.